Smooth.
Hello, I'm Rory O'Connor, and I'm here from Smooth Radio. Joining me is Matthew McConaughey and Hugh Grant. How are you both?
Smooth. Radio.
So you're going to be listening to Smooth now, aren't you?
Now, yes.
Now we're on the set, kind of, nor of the land. It made an appearance.
This is Guy Ritchie's pub we're in, yes.
You're out of touch, and I would like you to consider an offer. I am not for sale.
I'm unclear whether any of the film was shot in here, was it?
I don't believe so. I think it was still in construction. He was still getting the menu correct while we were shooting, so.
But it's nice to actually see you in a scene together now, being here.
This is our first one, yes.
Were you ever on set at the same time?
There was a read-through, and we nodded at each other. That's about it.
And what was your favourite scene to film individually?
Favorite scene to film? Oh, I think I had the most fun on my very first day. When, what's his name, character's name? Well, comes to see me, wants to overtake the company, and then Mickey flicks a switch and takes him out and talks to him about what it takes to be the king of the jungle. That was fun, because I was saying it to no one in particular. On the floor, the camera just cropped him out, and that was a fun riff, because that's when I got loose and understood how we were going to be shooting this film, because there was a lot of added dialogue and ideas coming in the middle of the take, of which I partook quite a few of them, and that's how a lot of the filming went for me. There's a lot of improvisation. There's a lot of rewrites during the day, so you had to be. For me, I was just, and that day got game for anything.
Begins to thicken. Now, I can't be specific about the heroes and zeros, but our protagonist is a hungry animal. There is a lot of money hanging in the balance. Our antagonist explodes on the scene like a millennial firework and has indirectly started a war.
I think you need to see this, boss. That's one of my fireworks.
What about you, Hugh?
I don't remember enjoying anything.
Watching it back, maybe?
Well, yes. But that's always been my experience of filmmaking. It's awful on a film set. You've been on a film set.
You don't like it?
Oh, it's so boring. And frightening. It's long periods of boredom interspersed with tiny moments of terror. And
you have a great monologue, and you go out there and you do it. Do you know if you nail it? Do you know if you did it well?
Well,
you feel it.
I mean, maybe once in a film. I'll go home thinking I was rather good today.
And that's not fun for you. Are you still? That's still terrifying?
No, I'm still very frightened. I mean, first days, and all that nerves, and no, I'm a miserable human being on a film set, and I spread the misery. But you're right. The good bit is if it works. And there was this weird experience where they started previewing this film, and people loved it.
Well, thanks for coming along to the screening the other day. But if that's the case, I must ask you, how long did you spend in that trunk?
Well, I'm a method actor, so I spent a week. And I insisted on being carried around in the trunk.
Yes.
I slept in it, in my bed next to my wife.
Yes. And she quite liked it, I heard.
Yes.
Quite liked you in it.
Yes, I tried to get frisky with her in it.
I want you to play a game with me, Ray.
I don't want to play a game.
Oh, please.
No.
I said play a game with me, Raymond.
Right.
Lovely.
Now, I have to talk about the accent, Hugh. I spent the first 5 minutes going, wow, this is something I haven't seen before from you. Did you base it on anyone?
Yeah, I would say not. Not really. I don't know where it came from. It's spooky.
It's acting. And it's a very stylish film. How was it working with Guy Ritchie?
Guy's, he's very unusual. I mean, I'm kind of used to it now because I did these films with Stephen Frears, who is very similar in that they're not at all pre-prepared. Both of them would turn up at the beginning of a filming day. What are we filming?
Yeah.
And someone would say, well, it's scene 61B, where he kills her. Does he? Kills her? Why does he kill her? And so someone reminds them that the script was scripted. And then they just watch. They watch and they expect to be entertained, and if they're not entertained, they change it. And if they are entertained, it goes in the can.
I had that experience in early pre-production with Steven for years. There was what was the Western he did?
Did he do a Western?
Yeah, with Penelope Cruz and Cole Hauser. It was about the rodeo.
I never saw that one.
Anyway, I had met him in LA and he knew I was from Texas and I had been around rodeos and such. And then I brought up to him, I was like, so what is your fascination with the rodeo? What do you know about it? He goes, oh, I know nothing about it. That's why I want to make this movie. I know nothing about it. But it was a bit of, he sat in he enjoyed being in that romantic view of not knowing the details of it. Jean-Marc Vallée did that with Dallas Buyers Club too. He knew nothing about the rodeo. But he showed up and saw details that I would have missed being around it.
Yeah.
Your boss, Mickey Pearson.
You're too smart to be blackmailing us, Fletcher.
I personally love this film, but your character Fletcher mentioned in it that there may even be a sequel. Has that been in the talks already?
No.
Would you like to work on a second one?
I think I would, actually. I think I would.
Yeah. We talked a lot about what would happen next. I think the ending was always Guy wanted to be very particular about that, about if that left it open and what kind of opening would it be and who would be where. Yeah. And certain people knew that didn't want to die in the film because they wanted to be back in the second one if there was one.
And Matthew, I wanted to ask you about your character. Obviously you filmed a lot of two versions, your calm self and your more dramatic self. I thought that was great, but how was that for you to film two versions of scenes?
Fun. I mean, because a lot of the play, and he does it as the narrator about what happened and what supposedly happened and what really happened.
Sweet Mary Jane is my vice. Your poison, on the other hand, is and always has been the destroyer of worlds.
So there was an agility to that as an actor that's fun, to play it as the story's told, and then to play it as it would have really happened. And that's part of the caper, whodunit, what's real, what's not. Fun of the film.
Well, I loved it. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.